Guess what? I got it. Say something, please.
You've got it.
Yeah, now is sound on the stream.
I got it. Yep. Say something, please.
Now is sound on the stream.
You've got it.
Okay, wonderful. Another bridge conquered. What were those? Hello, Mosetta boy.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How's it going?
Oh, man.
Hello, Boseda!
Hello, hello.
Hello, Boseda!
I heard you had some troubles with the game.
Boy, I've worked on this since 8 o'clock last night.
Ooh, well, glad you got it working.
Right.
Keeps life interesting.
Yeah.
Always.
Anybody listening to the stream?
Yes, I just muted it.
Yeah. Just gonna check. I got it.
Yes.
It's working.
Just gonna check. I got it. Mom and run. And y'all still don't hear that music in Discord.
Nope.
Is that good or bad?
It's not life-changing. Hello, Shamrock. Hello, Richard.
Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon, good day to you, sir.
Hi.
Good day, Steve.
Can you confirm we're starting at Naples today?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
April.
Thank you. Thank you, bud. If I recall correctly, I think Chris is going... There he is.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Chris.
I'll be right back.
Oh.
A minute. I'll be right back.
And I'll tell you what, that was right down to tea time, too. Tough. Rough is my life sometimes. You, I know when.
Hello, Mr. Lowster.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right, doing all right.
How did your simple traffic go?
Good. It's working good. It shows all the different airplanes when you're, I haven't flown it much, but it shows all, like, I got British Airways next to me, and there's a couple other ones.
Yeah, just had a bit of immersion.
Yeah.
Trying to make a reputation for a man inside this town. Hard as I try, maybe I just can't. I ain't no up and kind of leaving me. She kissed me one time and she took my heart. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me. I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, I'm a honky-tonk star. Well, working 3 jobs, living out of a car. Mama never told me life would get this hard. Running around the world playing my guitar. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me. I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, no George Jones and Gary Sturt, all them young guns, yeah, they've been through. Tell you one thing that you won't believe, one ain't nothing but a thing.
Like, I got EasyJet over here, and British Airways, and a whole bunch of other ones.
Nice. I only have one Lufthansa.
Leave the man. Coming out of Cappuccino, right? My goodness, how come I don't see anybody?
I don't know.
Am I at the right airport?
I can see you at the end of the runway.
Oh, that's bad. Okay. That's my problem right there. All right. Okay. I believe I am there. Look at all them red tags. Yay. Okay, so welcome to the 70. Oh, shoot, no. Okay, welcome to Sunday FunDay, where we are going to fly to Rome. Rome has been recently updated in the most recent sim update, world update, whatever it was. And I want to see what Rome looks like today. So welcome everybody who has joined the flight. Appreciate your support. Everybody who has joined the Twitch stream, thank you for your support on the stream. I see Bluebell, Marks, Moto Horizon, Moseta Boy, Truck Matt, Captain Carl.
Yeah, I'm doing the 172 tonight.
Nova and Grantla. Looks like we may have some company I see Chris Lowe may have some company from Forder Learn to Fly over there. Not sure where he's at, but
Forder's a Twitch guy.
yes, he's
Yeah.
also
Him and Jane.
yes. I don't know. Looks like he's at the airport here. Maybe he's going to. Oh, he might be in. He might be in Rome. Chris, do we call you a separatist today?
Say again.
Do we call you a separatist today? You're on the other side of the airport.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some melted rocks.
Oh, isn't it cool? Photogrammetry is just so awesome.
Yeah, we're in Napoli.
Cappuccino.
Cappuccino Napoli. This is where cappuccino coffee comes from. The cappuccino monks.
Nice.
Well, it's Cappuccino. Is that the same that you looked up?
No, I only knew that because I was in when I was in Sicily. That I knew it because I was in Italy a lot.
I see. Well, how we doing for everybody to take skids up today? Oh, don't you dare. Don't even think about it. Don't do it. Oh, don't do it. Arr! Okay, looks like. Anybody still see me?
Yep.
Tell me when I'm gone. I don't believe this one's gonna recover. I hate when that happens. Bye-bye. I shall return. Bearded
Okay,
Rebel,
France,
welcome into the ice bucket. Jan, welcome to the ice bucket. This is the SunDay FunDay flight. We fly on the world tour. If you want to join us, we are beginning at Lima, Idaho, Romeo, November. We're going to go to Rome today, if I ever get past the CTDs. I imagine we'll go to Rome whether I go or not, right?
Yep.
Hi, Castell. Welcome back, bud. Appreciate your support. I've been working on reinstall since 8 o'clock last night my time. It's now noon my time. And have had one good time after another. Thanks for asking, Castell. All right, you're with Viper? And you're flying to Rome also. Well, that's what we're doing on the SunDay FunDay tour today. We're going to fly out of Cappuccino and fly into Rome. See if we can get some. All right, buddy. See you in the skies. Yeah, I think it sees my. I think it sees the word in my post as a hot word, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Always something to fix. If you'd like to join us on the Hype Performance Group's Discord for live comms, there is a plan.
Too slow, Chris.
You're
No,
both too.
I've got a message here saying your bandwidth is too low to stream photogrammetry, which I've literally never seen before.
I would
I get
say
it all the
ignore it. I would say ignore it and make sure that your photogrammetry is still set on before you.
You know, I don't like that guy, Bo.
So I'm in the H145 by Hype Performance Group, and you can get their helicopter, the H145. Is payware. However, you can get the 135 at flysim.to for free. I fly an ICE333 livery, and you can download that at the flysim.to also. Just did that. Oh, fun times. Good times. All ready to go, and here I CTD. Anybody order me a bottle of wine? Not sure my Kool-Aid's going to cut the mustard today.
Maybe we need some voodoo magic.
Maybe. Think a chicken dance would help?
I want you to pray, son.
Go ahead.
Pick a god and pray.
I knew that was coming.
Make a SimStar dance.
And that was the chicken dance, in case there's any new viewers in the Twitch. CK Cannon has entered the Twitch. Appreciate your support, CK. If you're going to fly with us today, we're flying out of Lima, Idaho, Romeo, November. And I have already had my CTD for the day, so there's plenty of time.
photogrammetry option in menus?
Yeah, be under
I thought it was on data.
data. Yeah, think so. One more time. Oh, it really is too, isn't it?
Yeah, we are at Naples International Airport.
At Naples.
Yes, in Napoli.
Okay. Little nav map calls it Cappuccino.
Right, right. That might be the city or whatever.
It's probably.
Well, yeah.
You're
Naples is a
probably-
big area.
Yeah, you're probably right about the name of the airport.
That would be the airport name, is Cappuccino.
Oh, it
The
is
Naples
Shanghai.
Cappuccino Napoli General Airport. International. It's LIRN, Naples Cappuccino Napoli. Last time I was in Naples, it was kind of really windy. And the ship was parked out from the pier. We couldn't get back on the ship because the small boats couldn't come get us because it was too windy.
They've got a couple of ships out here that have been in port so long, they've got trees growing on them.
Oh.
No, is there a mod to get rid of the trees? I presume that's probably out on flightsim.to.
There was a couple of them, when I was loading in, there was a couple of spots that had some updates.
I have entered the airport once again. Waiting
Just
on my
behave. If you're running around town here, you better behave yourself.
waiting on my console. There we go.
I don't know who that was that just cut me off.
Oops.
It's Italy, Matt. That's how they drive in Italy.
Yeah, I know.
I did manage. Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I did manage to get my rockets loaded, so if you need a little help, Matt, just let me know. Commander Root in the house. Welcome in. Appreciate the support.
I spend a lot of time in Napoli, in Naples here. Every month we'd come in for a couple of days. For 6 months, for 8 months we did that.
So I'm not going to waste any more time. I don't want another CTD.
Okay, let's do it to it.
Do you guys know the most important rule if you drive with a car in Italy?
Nope.
Never use a parking brake. Put a gear in instead, because if the parking space is too tight, they will move your car bumper by bumper and try to set you forward for a few centimeters or half a meter. So never engage a parking brake in Italy.
Oh.
That's
And by the way,
interesting.
don't care for scratches or things like that on your car. That's totally normal in Italy.
Okay,
Is it- Oh, wait.
I have acquired flight path. Now, if I could only acquire some speed. Oh. Let's see, I got rudder pedals. Hey, they work, only they turned me the wrong way. I gotta...
Ah, okay, blame it on the pedals.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just using the wrong foot.
Actually,
I guess-
I'm sure I know what the problem is. I just haven't reversed the...
Yeah, get some new feet.
Get new
You're using
feet.
the wrong feet. Yeah, you're using the wrong feet.
Okay.
That might defeat the problem.
Yeah. Oh, where's my rim shot? You deserve a rim shot for that.
It's like the one where I said the other day, you tie your shoes too tight. What happens? Get the agony of defeat.
Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
That's like that guy Bo. I don't like that guy Bo.
Is that who I think it is?
I don't know. Is it?
Okay, now I gotta know. Are you getting that in Discord?
Yeah, we got it.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, Grantler, I'm about getting convinced. Potato just messes me up. It's not supposed to be going to Discord, but it is. It's okay. I'm glad.
Come in. Come on in.
So I did put Centrovolo on the flight plan just to get us over this direction so we can have a little better shot.
That first airport we're just going to skip right over, right? It's only right off the end of the runway.
Yes. Camera.
And that would be Lima, India, Bravo, Bravo.
Uh-oh.
It's all right. It's all right. Nothing. Everything's okay.
Good.
Everything is good.
Yes, I was just trying to make a better view so that and it didn't work? What? Okay.
Centro Volvo Campana. Anybody speak Italiano?
No mambo italiano.
Ciao and ciao bella. Ciao is go ahead.
Just simple things like "Come stai?"
Ciao,
I know ciao, ciao bella. Can't think of the other ones. I used to know a bunch of it because we had cards and stuff.
Yeah, "Come stai" is "How are you?" And normally they are "Grazie, non c'è male, tu."
Grazie. Thank you.
You too. You too.
Is it same in Spanish?
What's that?
Y tú. Is it same in Spanish?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty similar, like "Come stai?" or "Come estás?"
Yeah, both are Latin-based languages.
I should have said un poquito. A little bit.
Mamma mia!
Don't you talk about my mama.
Now we are at Bohemian Rhapsody.
I'll see if I can find some Italian music.
Oh, look for what's his name? Dean Martin. He used to do some.
Yeah,
It's not that. It's not that kind of a music selection. I pretty much have to.
Well, anyways, I hit this guy like a big pizza pie at some more.
I have to take what I get.
I had a good time in Naples. They had a nice restaurant, and it was inside a cave. And you go in, and they had these Navy log books. They're great big green books with lined paper in them. And everybody who came in would sign in their name, their weight and rank, and the ship they were from. And they had stacks of them in there.
There's the Italian wedding dance. Big Band's Josh says, anybody want to interpret that or read it in Italiano? Apparently he speaks Italian. Welcome in, Josh. Johnny Kaput in the house. Welcome in, Johnny. Big shout out for Johnny Kaput. Johnny should have got an automatic, but he didn't type in, so he didn't. All right, Rich. Did you need us to slow down and wait on you?
Oh, not at all. No, I was already up in the air. My son called and
okay.
He wanted to meet up with me, and I want to take that advantage. Take that
Yes,
time.
you do. Well, you have a great day with your family, sir.
Great, thank you. See you next time.
All right, buddy.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you, Bozetta boy.
No problemo.
In Chinese, that's Mei Wan Ti.
May one what?
Mei Wan Ti
May one tea.
means no problem.
He's showing off the Hems version in his clip. So if you're not following Johnny Kaput, go follow. Why not? Oh, a lot of people flying Italy today.
Italia.
You know, I was here in Naples, and we were at the, we were right off the pier, and we anchored out, and there was a ship, the Aquilaro.
Aquilaro. Okay.
Aquilaro was hijacked. It went out of port, and that's when the hijackers took it over. And that's where Klinghoffer was his name. He was an old man in a wheelchair, and they threw him over the side.
Oh.
We followed that ship for a long time.
What happened to the jeep?
I think the military went onto it.
Oh, okay.
But the people who masterminded it were in Tunisia. Or headed
Okay,
to
I get the
Tunisia.
guys.
Well, what happened was, about 3 months later, they were leaving, I think they were leaving Tunisia, and they were near Sicily. And they were flying over, and the pilots let the tower know that they had the hijackers on board, right? And what happened was our military went up, and they shut off their lights, and they flew around this airplane. And then all of a sudden they turned on their lights, and there was what we call an A3 aircraft. And the guy spoke Italian, and he said, "You'll land in Sicily at the airport there." And they said, no, the tower they were talking to said, no, they're not landing there. They said, "This is the United States military. They'll either land there or we'll shoot the plane out of the sky."
So our second airport is Lima, Idaho Alpha Uniform, and we're passing over that right about now.
What are you talking about? That's not the one I got off the event calendar.
Yeah, I think it's waypoint 1 on
Yeah, it's
okay.
waypoint 1. I didn't put it
Okay.
on a stop. Apparently, it didn't hit the mark. It became a waypoint instead of an airport.
Yeah, because I got, we flew over LIBB and I'm headed to Lima, India, Romeo Hotel.
Yes. And if anybody's interested in the low and slow A1 and we can follow A1 all the way into Rome, I believe.
Good evening, all.
Well,
Hello.
Hello, Cece.
Hello.
Hi, James. The Killing Laura was a cruise liner.
Cruise liner.
The guy who got thrown over the deck also was a Jewish American man. Leon.
Right, his name was Klinghoffer.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, we were right next to that ship, and it pulled out of port. And nobody thought anything of it. Then when we pulled out of port, all of a sudden we had called to general quarters, and everybody, we were circling that ship for a long time.
Interesting.
What's that?
Hello.
Hello, Fred.
Yeah.
You right, Ice?
I'm pretty well. You're a little bit quiet. Can you turn your mic up any?
That's quiet.
Or was it just me? Cece, did you hear him well?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I could hear him. He was just a little bit, I guess, quieter than some of the others. Hello, Thomas. Welcome into the Ice Bucket.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
What are you flying, CC?
145.
Okay.
Just a short question on which server are you?
We're on Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia, as always, I think. For me, it's
Yes.
the first time that I join you.
Well, good to have you with us.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Ice Bucket.
Thanks. So, where are you already? I think you left already,
Yeah.
Capodicino.
Yes,
Right.
sir. Where's our nearest airport, Bo? Can you? Let's see.
Yeah.
So
Is it Lima, India, Romeo Hotel?
It looks like, yeah, Frozenon military at Lima I Romeo Hotel. Lima, Idaho.
if you wanted to go to Golf Uniform, that's en route. Lima, India, Golf Uniform.
to us.
Okay. Say it again, Lima.
India Golf uniform.
Golf uniform. Campo di Violo Umberto Nobile.
I was just going to say that.
I know you were too. Chris, are you seeing the Twitch stream?
I am.
Got a new viewer. I'm not sure if it's the Illuminator, but you might look and see if maybe that's a pseudonym. Illuminator, is that you? I knew that wasn't going to work.
Typing into Twitch, nothing's coming in for some reason.
He has not typed in a comment, so his name won't pop up.
No, I'm
click,
typing them and they're not coming in.
Yeah,
No.
if you do.
Yeah, I was just saying I'm typing things into Twitch on the stream and for some reason it's not coming through.
Oh, no biggie. Nat Qualms, welcome into the Ice Bucket. This is the Sunday FunDay flight with the with the Hype Performance Group's Discord, and you can join us on Hype for live comms. I just can't seem to get any speed today. There we go. With the low and slow. Everybody have a good rest of their week this week.
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's Memorial Day, right?
Well, I was just going to say, any Americans got big plans for the holiday weekend?
Everybody's doing cookouts, aren't they?
I'm not. I'm stuck at home.
The holiday weekend in the UK as well for the Jubilee.
Oh, for the Jubilee. And that is a 50-year observation of what?
70 years of the Queen being on the throne.
Oh, okay. A Jubilee year, as I know it, is a 50-year cycle. Interesting.
Platinum Jubilee, sorry.
Right.
Okay.
Golden is 50, platinum is 70, 75. Or diamond is 75.
Can't even get back on the stream here now.
Illuminator. Oh, he's gone. Overhead Ben has come in, though. Welcome in. Cece, appreciate your support on the stream. And I'm going to get down with Grantler. Grantler, let's get down.
Oh, not on over.
I got to remember to keep my feet on these pedals.
Does help.
Do they have straps on them?
On my rudder pedals?
Yeah.
What do you mean straps?
You like you slide your feet into?
I don't.
Oh, no. No.
No.
I would kill myself with that. I'd try and stand up and walk or something.
Like having your shoelaces tied, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Bluebell has joined us for Low and Slow. Oh, tower! Ah! Oh, almost got that microwave. CK Cannon flying fast in the Hawk.
So, where's the first stop at?
Where do you want it?
I don't
need to
care.
stop?
Well, I don't need to stop. I just want to know.
If anyone ever needs to stop, just let us know. We'll hit the airport and take a break. Everybody's got to empty the bucket once in a while.
Lima India Romeo Hotel, I think.
Lima India, yes, hotel is probably our first stop.
Okay, because I'm 28 miles out.
It's our next airport. I don't make the plans. Well, I just make the plans happen.
There's a plan, is there?
There is a plan. Good entry.
He says that every week.
That was a good entry.
Here it is. This is my plan.
Oh, not again.
Yes.
If you don't say it, is there a plan? You won't play that again.
Oh, and by the way, Iceman, I never heard my favorite sound.
The actual plan part, the most important part of the plan. Step 2, plan ahead. Your last brilliant plan ends in King's Day. What's your plan, son of a... Plan's changed.
Is that your plan, Agent Hartley? I love this plan.
You know the kind of thing I'm into is a good plan.
A smart plan.
Wires!
Yeah, I made it under them. It made a noise when I went under them, too.
I tried to go through them. Oops. That didn't work. All right, playing catch up. I gotta go really low to get by these. Oh, that was bad. That hurt. Oh, that hurt. I'm probably not even close to on the plan now. Let's see if I can find anybody. Oh no, that was bad. That hurt. Okay, it must have turned me all the way around. I see truck mat. There's the highway. Oh wow, anybody try to do the tunnel? Hey Chris. Hey Chris, there's a tunnel over here.
There we go again.
Not 170 knots with crash detection.
Oh, come on. You're no fun. I'll get it on film. Capture it for posterity. Oh man, I don't believe I did that. That
I
hurt.
just was killed by Chris.
Sorry, that'll buff right out.
Hey everybody.
Hey.
Which airport should I spawn into?
Lima, Idaho, Romeo Hotel.
No, don't go to that one. Go to Lima India Romeo Hotel.
Lima, India, Romeo Hotel.
Yes.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I never can get my mics and Ikes separated. Man, that put me on the catch up. Ugh.
Looks like it didn't wind up to be a good plan.
Ah, killed the second time by CK cannon.
He was travelling quite quickly.
Iceman, do you hear that I get assaulted from the fixed wing as what?
You getting assaulted?
Yes, was killed 2 times now.
You have the target inside, Bosader.
All they understand is a show of force, Grantler.
What's that, Chris?
I just asked if you had the target inside.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Oh, thanks a lot, Bosader.
It's gone up. Don't look behind you.
Yeah, now the freeway or autostrada looks much better.
It does. I noticed that. It definitely as soon as we came out of Cappuccino, I saw that. I saw that clover leaf, and it looked spectacular. A whole lot better.
I need a crash.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
So I'm signing back in.
Oh, not that kind of crash.
Yeah, that kind of crash.
It's not happening, it won't let me get back on Twitch at all.
That's weird. You try the browser?
Yeah, I can do.
I figured you probably tried both of them. Octopamine. Welcome into the ice bucket. Welcome back. Appreciate your support. K-Hemet. I'm sorry. Kemet.
Is it Kemet or Kemet?
I don't know. If he speak to us, I'd find out. But that's okay.
Might just be Hemet, because the K might be silent.
Yes, it might be.
Like in Knife.
It might be. Like in Cano.
And Knight.
Or in Cannot.
That's right.
And Truckman.
Yeah.
And Grant, the reason you haven't heard your favorite is because you haven't gotten out of line and I haven't had to use it.
Okay.
You told me that was our signal. Hello, Kent. Welcome in. Welcome back. Appreciate the support.
Yeah, greetings. Good to see you all again.
Good to see
Just
you
here
with
briefly,
us.
I'd pop in and say hi.
Well, appreciate you stopping in for sure. Good to see you.
You too.
You're always welcome to stop in and hang out.
Thanks very much.
You bet.
Yeah, I seem to have my times all wrong this morning and everything's running an hour late.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Sundays we start an hour earlier.
Well, that's what happens when you're retired and decide to sleep in.
Oh, yeah, I know about that.
You mean you can remember?
Well, yeah, it was only a couple of years ago. Yeah, I retired when I was 62, and now I'm 65.
Oh, see, I thought you was 80.
No.
I'm just messing with you, Matt. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. That wasn't nice. My bad.
Not a day over 79.
Not a day over.
I thought you were 12.
I was for many, many years. My brother used to tell everybody that. Because I was so small. I was small when I was younger.
You said 75, sorry.
Yeah, my brother used to say, they'd say, how old is he? He'd say, 12 for 30 years now.
Hey, we were all small when we were young and that, weren't we?
Yeah, I was extremely thin and short.
Bye-bye.
Come in.
Well, thank you for the follow, Bone Loose. Welcome into the Ice Bucket. If this is your first time in the Ice Bucket, we're flying today the SunDay FunDay tour on the Hype Performance Group's Discord. I do appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. Are you a streamer? Are you a flight simmer? Or just browsing the Twitch and happened in?
Stopping at Romeo Hotel.
Yes.
Pretty sure that's the plan. Well, good. Let's get you a shout out and try to get you some follows, Bone Loose. Maybe. You got that?
I cannot get on Twitch at all.
Yeah, I know. I know you. Pull it up. So, if he has any clips, enjoy a short clip. Otherwise, go follow Bone Loose, a new streamer trying to build his stream. No, doesn't look like any clips available. But everybody's got to start out somewhere, and we love streamers. So welcome in. Appreciate your support in the Ice Bucket. Rattlesnakerage, welcome into the Ice Bucket. Appreciate you stopping by and supporting the stream. If you're a first-time viewer, tell me a little bit about yourself. Are you a streamer? We love streamers. I just love to shout out streamers and get you some extra follows if we can. If you're a flight sim enthusiast, you're welcome to fly along with us. We're currently on the way about 10 miles out from Lima, Idaho. Romeo Hotel. And we do have live comms on the Hype Performance Group's Discord. You'd like to join us there for live comms.
See you guys all coming in. It's a dirt runway.
Yay! We don't need no stinky runways.
Beat me to it again.
Back in a minute.
All right, in a minute back. Buford, welcome in.
Thanks, man.
Good to have you in the Ice Bucket with us today. Got big plans for your holiday weekend?
I'm going to do absolutely nothing and enjoy every minute of it.
All right. My kind of man. You know, they ask me what I do for Thanksgiving, and I say I do the same thing every year. I enjoy my day with the closest of my friends, the most trusted of my family. Maybe it's the other way around. And I have a feast. I usually have hamburgers all by myself with me, myself, and I.
By the way, here's a helipad, Iceman.
All right. Are we at the right airport? Buford's up there with CK.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people down here.
Yeah, I see you.
We're all here.
I spawned over here to stay out of you guys' way landing. I'll just zip over.
You're all right. We don't take offense. Maybe some of us make a comment about you flying right through us, but not a big deal. That's why they call it a simulator.
Grandma.
Go ahead.
You see Bluebell on top to your right.
Yeah, there's this little seaplane.
It's a helicopter.
What?
Bluebell.
Okay.
That was Timber 61.
I think he's too near to see the tag. Maybe I'll go to the outside view. Just a second. Yeah, on my 4 is a H145, but I can't see his name tag.
See mine.
Big Ben's Josh has joined the flight in the H135. Good to have you with us, Josh. And it is so good to have all y'all fly with us each week. This is great. And
Yeah, I see another H145, Buford TX.
That's Buford, Texas to you. Fortuners. And as I sit down, we're going to take a little break and be back in a few.
Bye to you.
And Arc NDA, welcome into the ice bucket. Welcome back. Appreciate your support, man. Let me get you a shout out too here. I think. Oh, come on, man. I thought I had you. Oh, you haven't said anything, that's why. You're on auto shout out. Why don't you type something in, NDA, Arch? Is that your name maybe, Archie maybe? And I know his wife streams. That, maybe, no, she's just your mod, isn't she? Let's see if I can, Arch. NDA. Enjoy a short clip from one of Arch's most recent streams.
Or, sorry, bottom up is me, and on top of it.
Oh, that was a short clip. We're back on Twitch. Yay. Wow, did I get live weather? What? All of a sudden I got a weather change. Doesn't look like it. Wow. They got froggy. Pandosha, is that you, Kemet?
Yeah, that's me.
Uh-huh. In the U60 UH.
Oh yeah, love this bird.
I like the hills in Italy a lot. Man, I like those Italian Alps too.
It's a great place to fly.
It is. Dougal McTavish in the house. Oh, got to have a big shout out for Dougal. And I know enjoy a short clip from one of Dougal McTavish's most recent streams. Uh-oh. I spelt it wrong, apparently.
Where are you guys flying at?
We're in Italy today. We're coming out of Lima, Idaho, Romeo Hotel. Our next stop will be Lima, Idaho, Juliet Alpha.
Iceman, if you have the time, you have a great formation of H-145s around you.
Awesome. Yeah, I have no way of doing a screenshot in these, in a window. Awesome flying there, guys.
You're following the highway, right, man?
Say again?
I think Ryder's following the highway.
I'm kind of, sort of. I put the flight plan. Grantler's flying low and slow on the highway, though. And under the bridges.
This was the first bridge to fly, but I had a little bit of a skid contact.
Well done.
Flight Sergeant, welcome into the Ice Bucket. I believe you're a first-time viewer as well. Appreciate your support. We're flying the SunDay FunDay flight on the Hype Performance Group's Discord. Welcome into the stream, Chris. While you got your hands right there, you want to try and give Dougal a shout out again? I don't know.
That bridge is too low.
That bridge is too low.
Let's do it. Oh no, it's too low.
Did you spell it right?
I don't think I must not have. I thought I did. Dougal. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Maybe
Sorry,
he's...
did spell low correctly, sorry. As in that bridge is too low with an E.
Where's that rim shot now?
Don't want to know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Doing great, Castell. Doing great. A day that started out with much stress for a Sunday fun day has turned out to be pretty decent so far. Gotta love Osobo. Asobo.
Most of the time.
I don't like that, Bo.
Appreciate the redeem and the hydrate. Redeem.
What was that, Matt?
I don't like Bo. He's an asshole, Bo.
Oh, that Bo.
That Bo.
Pick a god and pray.
He made my grandma cry.
Because you're only 12, aren't you?
That's right. I only 12. For 30 years now.
We're dragging it up again.
Oh yeah.
What?
Uh-oh, this was near a rotor stall.
You want to know who the best is? That's him, Iceman. That's the way he flies, ice cold, no mistakes.
Yeah, right. Okay. A bunch of low and slow over the highway IFR today. Grantland, Bluebird. Man, the tags are all formatted together. Got Mojo, CC, Bluebell, Big Bands, Josh. All flying the low and slow over the IFR.
Yeah, but the elevation data for this freeway is really crazy.
What? Up and down, up and down.
Well, this is Kent. Thanks for letting me stop in for just a few minutes, and you guys have a good flight for the rest of the day. Take care.
Always good to have you in there, Kent. You
Thanks,
too.
appreciate it.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Enjoy your holiday for you folks here in the States. Thanks. See ya.
Yeah, see you again.
Take care.
We got mountains. Let's see.
A lot of very iffy highways, 45 degrees.
That keeps them going slow, I'd say.
Yeah, we have seen these angles on rivers as well.
It'll be good to have you join us there, Castell. currently only about 5 miles, looks like, from Lima, Idaho, Yankee Bravo.
Yep.
Thank you, Chris. Are you, you're on High Performance Group's Discord, right, Castell? If you want to join us.
Hey guys, we're following the A1 and then doing a left. Grant,
Sorry?
we're going to follow the A1 until we get to the fort where we do a left.
Okay.
Well, this is supposedly Italian. I'm not real impressed.
What?
Oh, the music.
Oh.
Maybe you need a little Dean Martin.
Oh, well.
That's what I said.
Unfortunately, I'm stuck with what is on the Epidemic Sounds, so I thought I was going to find
Dean Martin singing Volare.
Yep.
Don't start singing.
I'm not.
Thank you.
Why?
Yeah, that's more Italian.
I know what you're like.
Hey, what's the matter for you? You not like him as singer?
What a mistake can I make?
Someone's going to sing it somewhere on, I can tell.
Nobody knows.
Then Iceman has to start his deep voice Barry White stuff.
I just had to throw that out there because I know if I didn't, Chris was about to ask for it.
Okay.
Oh man, look at the big solar farm.
Comes the fork.
All right, look out now. Ah, I remember that. I remember that, Castell. I remember that now. Thank you.
Uh-oh, photogrammetry.
Yay.
What's that highway there?
What's your what?
If you're flying along the highway, you're gonna come up to some highway that literally looks like the roads are just destroyed, and there's something floating in the sky, and it will make you crash.
Yeah, this should be bridges, I think. Or signs.
Like it looks like a apocalypse movie highway almost. Like everything just looks destroyed.
Tis Cloud and Virgo Praz welcome into the ice bucket.
Yeah, and the trees are really weird.
Is your stream stopped, or is that just my end?
No, it's on you.
You know, when I was in Sicily, they had areas that were fenced. They had fences around them, and it was from World War II, things that were bombed out, and they put big fences around them and made them like memorial places so nobody would ever forget what happened.
Wow.
Ah!
What'd you do?
They're not flyable, the bridges.
No, they're not.
The photogrammetry is always going to be landable, so they will always be hard surface.
Maybe you should change that landable to crashable.
That
Yeah,
too.
definitely crashable.
That too.
Very fun.
Yes, I guess what my point was is they are hard surfaces.
That's a toll booth here, it looks like.
Where?
There's Castell in the PC6. I do like that Pilatus.
The Milvage one's supposed to be excellent.
The PC6 is the Pilatus though, isn't it? Pilatus? Is Milvus got that out too?
Oh, am I thinking about the, what was the one that came out with the Game of the Year edition? Sobo's done it and Milviz have done it. That's not the PC6. Then.
They had a whole bunch of PC6s.
Oh! There is like a stadium.
Uh-oh. Whoa, what? Huh? Okay.
Where? I don't see no stadium.
Yep. But it's purely photogrammetry. I will test it.
Yeah, you can land in it. If it's got a hole in the top. So, Lima, Idaho, Romeo Alpha is a add-on scenery which I have probably not loaded, but
Lira. That's what their money used to be called over here, was lira.
That's right, back in the day.
so I'm gonna veer off over here and see if I can see the stadium.
Sorry, Matt, I get it. Sorry, bud.
Said stadium I have to land. Isn't that right, Flab?
Yep, definitely.
Back in the day.
It's a rule.
Yeah, it's that strange shaped building over here.
Where?
Has it got a top on it?
On my position.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it right there.
You
There's
gonna
Grant.
land in it, Matt?
Yeah, it
No,
works.
no, I'm not gonna land in it.
You're not gonna land in it?
No,
I'll bet Boseda can land in it.
Moseda, we starting that crap again.
Poseda, you might land in here, but you never will get out again with a fixed wing.
That's right.
Road trip.
My answer to that is why.
My answer is look at it and because.
Oh no, that wasn't a question, that was an answer. Why? As in slew.
Oh, yeah. We're trying it then. There we are.
anybody in the stadium? Looks.
The Iceman is here.
Grandler, are you under the stadium?
No, there's like a rooftop.
Oh, that's cool.
I already landed the inner circle of the stadium, so I made it free for you to land.
You were exploring, huh?
That's one word to describe it.
Oh, sorry about that, Fred. I got a little close there. Okay. And Chris with the flyover.
First I saw it without the stadium, so it looked like an opera, but this is definitely some kind of stadium.
Yeah, what's that next to it? It looks like kind of a cross between the Sydney Opera House and a rock.
Coliseum?
Oh, I was thinking Alcatraz. No, Colosseum's in Rome.
Just down the road.
Just down the road, yes.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just saying there are probably more than one Coliseum.
The Colosseum at Rome.
Yes, that. I know what you're talking about.
I know.
I've seen the ones in Sicily, Sicilia.
I do have a certain amount of envy for you guys around the world and worldly guys around the world that have been everywhere. It's amazing.
You wouldn't believe what you can see in 3 days. Walking. Taking buses and trains.
Boy, Rome.
Now that looks like another stadium over to the left. You see it?
Let's go truck, Matt.
Here's the way, Matt.
And as we approach Lima, Idaho, Romeo uniform. There's actually a whole bunch of stuff right here that I've flown around and checked out. In my excursion flying, test flying. Randy sends his apologies, not going to be able to make it today.
Yeah, the Pantheon must be right around here in this area too, and it's the oldest building in Europe.
See where I am now? That's a stadium right below me.
All right.
So I was just checking up on the Indy 500, sorry.
The Indy 500 is in Indiana.
It's running now.
Oh, are they? Yes, they are. So are you going to go
Memorial
watch
Day
that?
weekend.
Is that what you're saying? You're going to go watch that?
Oh, I'll keep an eye on it, don't worry, I'm not going to leave you.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to.
No.
Grantler, do you see the stadium?
I'm gaining height to look for it.
Oh, okay.
I need to add something to the 145 iPad so you can like get DirecTV on it or something.
Well, you can. Anything in the any web URL you can add to the EFB, and you can get it on the web page app in the tablet. Either one of them.
Stadio Flaminio.
Ah.
Apparently.
You can put a little map map in there as well.
Yes. In fact, little nav map comes right into the helicopter by way of the little nav map app.
Okay.
Oh, a little nav map. Map.
Little nav map app.
Map.
And there is all kinds of stadiums, all kinds of really cool stuff here. I didn't make a bunch of waypoints, but Rome is just packed full of sights to see. And I see a stadium, thank you, Matt, with a big old
All right.
soccer field.
Maybe I'll stop in here and see the Pope.
Yeah.
Ruby Stadium. Ruby Stadium.
You can land in St. Peter's Square with a helo.
That's what I'm gonna try to do.
Because that's how they bring the Pope in and out with a helo.
We'll try that in a minute, yeah? When we get to Rome.
So let's go to Rome and see Frankie.
Wow, they did a nice job on the Vatican. Wow. St. Peter's Basilica.
No doubt, yeah.
Oh, this stadium is beautiful.
Which one are you in?
I'm right on top of you.
Well, I'll back up and let you have some space.
No, it's okay. It's a lot of space inside here.
Lots of room.
Can you guys please get a room?
Yeah, I was sit down on the side of the soccer field so that others can join, and maybe we take some screens.
Did that feel bad being German saying soccer?
Yeah.
I'm
still suffering.
I almost said football. I just knew that was coming.
Yeah, but probably the world also understands football.
Yeah, football.
Foosball is a game, is a table game.
Yeah.
In your world.
No, I think that's just football in Germany. Football.
Oh, okay.
Did you get a screenshot yet, Grant?
I'm on my way to Frankie's house.
Oh, I've got to look around Rome.
That's where I'm going, to Rome, to see Frankie.
Just wait a second, there's another 145 coming in.
Alright, buddy.
I'm in Frankie's front yard right now.
And there comes a new H60 and another H145.
I think Iceman's trying to figure out who Frankie is.
No, I'm trying to figure out how I can get this thing to do what I want it to do. My drone's
Don't call me Francis.
Don't call you Francis, he said.
And baby.
Are those stands in that stadium vertical?
Pretty much. They're not real well modeled.
This is one of the places I wanted to go when I was in the Navy, and I didn't get a chance. Was
Iceman, if you look at the seats and the roof, this is definitely handcrafted.
I had some of the people who worked for me took Christmas off, Took a couple of days around Christmas, and they went up to Christmas Mass in the Vatican.
I would say that would have been, well, either JP the second or Benedict, who was he called?
Yeah, Benedict 16
at the time.
No, they saw JP the second.
JP 2.
Me too. He was a unique man.
All unique in our own way.
Anybody else coming in?
Yeah, on final approach now.
Okay, let me take a few screenshots.
Yeah, that'll be the day.
Anybody know where Gandalf is?
Fearless Badger coming in.
Fearless Badger. Good to see him flying with us again. Castell says he lived in Rome for 14 years.
Yeah?
And this stadium's also called Olimpico.
Now, is
it Ruby? I'm not sure which stadium he's referring to now. 45, 47. Okay, so it's Ruby Stadium, and I guess they call it Stadium Olimpico. All right. So I can take off?
I'm right over by the Rome airport.
Yeah, we're going to spend some time in Rome. Look around.
Yep.
We're going to steal the European Cup back off them after Italy beat us in the final.
I had some aunts. I had an aunt who was in the army during World War II, her and my uncle. And they went over here to...
I don't think I have my POIs on.
I'm right over at Rome airport. Gotta find the Vatican.
Oh, you know what? That's on here.
Yeah. And Chris, that system I installed, it looks good because from up here you can see all the different type airplanes. All the different companies.
Yeah, like I say, it's only a skin really for the aircraft.
Yeah.
So it's no hit on frame rate or anything, which is pretty good. You happy with the purchase then, Matt?
Oh yeah, it was 12 euros. I tried to order something through Amazon and I couldn't because my card wasn't up to date. Then my nephew had to go ahead and update my card for me because he's in the States. What's that?
They don't think you're a spy again at the bank, do they?
No, this is an American card, but it wouldn't let me update it, so my nephew went in America and he updated it.
Oh, okay.
It's really weird.
Our Bluebell is visiting the Pope as well.
Who?
Bluebell.
Bluebell.
I'm trying to see what Carl's looking at over here.
Where is the Pope? I don't see him.
Well, I'm following you, Matt, so let me know if you see him.
Well, he wasn't on the balcony.
Over here at San Pietro.
San Pedro?
Or the St. Peter, how you call it.
Yeah. It's San Pedro Square. St. Peter's Square.
Yeah, I'm trying to land on it right now.
Yeah, there's a number with
photogrammetry.
like.
Photogrammetry is killing me. Oh, choppy stream. Unviewable. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, the Pope fell down. He was at Mass and fell down.
Uh-oh.
Throw a punchline to this, Matt.
What's that?
I'm just waiting for the punchline.
No, he did. It was in the news. It's the third time he's fallen. Third or fourth time he's fallen down. Just walking, just his leg give out on him.
Oh, apparently he's good at football. I've heard he's really good at football. Apparently he's got a really good cross on him.
I can't reach it. Trying to slow down and get in the Parthenon here, I think. What is this square? That Pope Square? That's the Vatican?
Yeah,
St. Peter's
I'm
Square.
there's some kind of a cross and a circle. I'm standing on it. That's some kind of like the holy helipad.
Ah, the holy
Might be.
helipad.
Yeah, that's where they come in. They get him when they got to sweep him out of town. When they take him up to Gandalf, which is 15 minutes from here, that's his vacation home.
Well, I think you're right. I think this is definitely handcrafted. This doesn't look like photogrammetry. Oh, and I'm pretty sure you could land in here, Bozada.
I'm already here.
Already
Oh, you're, I look at you. Okay, I see you.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a nice runway down to the old castle.
Yeah.
But as I remember, the last time I was here in photogrammetry, it looked a little bit better, I would say.
I don't see it yet.
Better than this? I think that's pretty awesome.
I'm right behind all you guys. And I
Yeah,
still
the
don't see it.
building is definitely photogrammetry. There's the
Oh, there it is. I see all you guys over there.
Olympic swimming pool. Definitely messing up my...
They did the Pantheon nicely.
I'm looking for you.
I'd like to fly through the chapel and see Michelangelo's work.
Who said that about the Pantheon?
Yeah, it's Buford. I'm in front of it right now.
Me, Iceman. The Pantheon is Europe's oldest building.
Yeah, Buford's over there at it now. I was looking for him to go see where he was at.
So
Go
is
ahead,
that the
Chris.
Vatican, the Pantheon?
I don't know. I mean, I know the difference between the Vatican and the city of Rome, but I think the Vatican is in Rome. It's just a different country.
Yes.
The Vatican is out of the city, technically.
Poor Posada, are there obstacles?
Okay, I see it.
Bump
Yeah,
the road.
the photogrammetry I got is lousy. Because I'm right down in St. Peter's Square and it's lousy looking. The
Yeah,
building-
that's what I said before. The last time I was here, it looked much better.
You can't even tell it's the Vatican.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I got one of them messages earlier on photogrammetry, so it's probably off.
Yeah, it may be off, yeah. So can we land on top of the Parthenon? On top of...
Yay, Poseidon, nice job.
I just got that message. It's funny because I just got that message.
Yeah, even the old Peter's castle is looking not that good.
No, the whole thing looks terrible.
There you go, Poseidon. Can you land on there?
I don't think so.
Yeah, and it's really astounding that this is the oldest concrete building in the world as well.
Yeah, it's a dome. It was made like 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. If you walk in and you stand inside, at the right time you will get the light in like a big how you call it, floodlight. And this was the day the emperor came to the building, and that he was all over covered in light.
That's the dome that's just got the one hole in the middle at the top, yeah?
And the entrance is in a special direction to get that light in on the right day.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's spectacular.
Yeah, this was pretty amazing when I was standing inside, and I thought, oh, I have to share this with my children. Once this is one of the things that I want to do in my life is get into this building with my children.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I mean, it's not impressive like in light of modern stadiums and stuff, but it's impressive given that it was made in like year 1000.
Yeah,
you take that into account, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and this is one of the oldest civilization. Yeah, but this is definitely handcrafted. This was photogrammetry before.
Well, there's the Colosseum.
Oh, you found it?
Yes.
Back in a minute.
Alrighty.
Is the Colosseum landable?
It should be. Oh.
There it is.
Boy, it's a mess inside though. It looks like there's a flat spot we could get.
Yeah, that's just a part is covered and where all the tourists can stand on. And
Angry
the rest
One
are...
Horn. Whoa! Man, that hurt. That just messed me up. 10 raiders from Angry One Horn. Thank you so much for the raid, Angry. Let's see if I can get you a shout out. Anybody? Rosetta? Welcome in. Appreciate everybody joining the raid. Okay, I don't have a listing on names, but welcome to the Ice Bucket. This is the SunDay FunDay on the Hype Performance Group's Discord. We fly this each week after flying the world tour on Wednesday and Thursday. Sunday, we just come back to places we want to see up a little bit closer. So today, we're flying Rome. Rome, Italia. And if I can get over there. I'm sorry?
It doesn't look that bad, really.
Come on, buddy. There you go.
Yeah, it's sloped inside here, but it's flat. It should be landable for all you guys in helicopters.
Man, if I can just get some frame rate, otherwise I'll crash. Oh.
It really is a slideshow.
Yeah, I can't do that. It's tearing up the stream anyway.
Is that because you're running all your stuff in the background?
Mostly because I have a little bitty computer trying to stream, run little nab, and yes, all that stuff in the background. Might have a good bit to do with this photogrammetry too.
Yeah, look at where I've just landed.
Trying to get spun around back there. It's like Shamrock in the 135.
It is not flat.
It is not fat?
I said it's sloped, but it's flat.
Flat. Oh, yes.
So no photogrammy spikes or something like that that will kick your aircraft around.
Well,
Mine's
the
all
frame rate.
frozen up.
The frame rate's doing that much to me, throwing me around. Looks great though. Good job getting in there, guys. My frame rate's too hard for it right now. Let's see, maybe I can shut some of this. No, not really.
Yeah, mine's all frozen up. You get the little white circle going round and round. It says, please wait, applying settings.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna make one more shot at it. I shut all my windows. Closed them short anyway. Oh yeah, the ground's too high. That's what the problem is. The elevation data's messed up.
I hate it when the ground's too high.
A little bit of history. Do you guys know why this stadium is called the Colosseum?
Isn't that where the Romans were?
There's something to do with Colossus, right?
Yeah, there was a statue that was about 30 meters high, 25 to 30 meters high, of Nero that was called the Colossus.
Okay.
Oh, you'll always get a shout out, Angry One Horn. Appreciate you coming in, buddy. Yeah, you should automatically get a shout out if you say something too. So thank you very much. Appreciate the raid. If you're not following Angry One Horn, he's building a string and is a great streamer.
This is Bluebell signing off. I have to go
they
now.
bought their tickets.
Thanks for flying.
They knew
Yeah,
what
you're
they
the
were
Circus
getting
Maximus. Good
into.
landing.
All right, Bluebell.
I say, let
All right,
them
buddy.
brag.
See you later.
Appreciate
Bye.
you flying with us. Thank you for the redeem there, Chris.
Yeah, the Arch of Constantine is landable as well. But keep you in a hover, it's bumpy.
Yeah, any of the photogrammetry should be landable.
Yeah, but this arch
Okay.
does not look like photogrammetry. Too much
I'm back to
details
St.
on it.
Peter's Square and it's working better now. The building looks a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm still slideshow.
And there's the Coliseum.
Right behind your eyes.
All right, man. I'm kind of just drifting. Trying to check the Foxtrot. Welcome in. Appreciate you hanging out. Kaharia. Welcome into the stream. Mr. Eggman. Linda NDA. And I know that is Arch NDA's wife. It's only a game. Yes, it is.
Why you have to be mad?
Oh, no, it is not. What?
There's a whole bunch of these buildings around here are apartments right in the Vatican. Where all the cardinals live.
Hey, thanks for stopping with it, flying with us, Castell. See you next time. What else we have in Rome? Oh, there's a good Italian song.
AS Roma, the stadium.
Oh, not football again. Yes.
Well, let's stop for an ice cream then.
Cornetto, that is, yeah?
I'm with you.
Can do.
Italian ice. Have an Italian
Gelato.
ice. The gelato. I couldn't remember the name of it.
There's a performance streak that somebody's posted on YouTube. The guy's called 737NG Driver. And I've tried it myself and it works really well. It's part of Regedit, but have a look at it. It's called Small Tweak Web Performance Boost.
Okay.
I think most of my problem is that I've just reinstalled and I haven't got my settings tweaked and just having some issues with it.
It's only one change in the registry, sorry, and it's gone like. Of course,
I know, Peter. I mean, Frankie, come out and play.
Matt, what's up, Matt? Matt, it's time for your pills, mate. Sorry.
What's that?
Time for your pills, mate. Just go take them, please.
Hey, you Ricky rude boy!
That wasn't for you.
What?
That wasn't on account of you, though, Grant.
That sounds really good, by the way.
All right. Hi, Gobway. Gabby Weiss, I'm sorry. Good afternoon to you. Welcome back to the Ice Bucket. We're flying all over Rome right now. Just kind of exploring and checking out all the photogrammetry. Appreciate your support on the stream.
This photogrammetry is lousy.
Well, it's fine at about 500 feet, but when you get up close to it, it's pretty meltdown.
I'm 1,000 feet,
Apocalyptic.
and it's really, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
1,000
you can
feet,
certainly
it's-
join us. We're in Rome. Rome, Italy. And just about flown the flight, but apparently I've underestimated our time again today.
Doesn't matter. Lima, India, Romeo, uniform. Sorry, boss.
No, you're fine.
You're not a football fan then, CC?
Fiumicino? Fiumicini? What? What's that mean?
Means Little River. Little River.
Little River, okay. Now, I don't have any Little River band today. Sorry, couldn't resist.
Sorry, Chris. F1 and IndyCar and that kind of stuff.
Did you say F1?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Big fan. Although since COVID, I've stopped going. I used to go to a few of them. You know, well, one a year basically. Well, Silverstone, but I've done Spa and stuff like that as well.
I've done San Marino.
There's several
factory
airports
notified.
right here around Rome, Gabby. You can spawn in anywhere around Rome. We've got Lima, Idaho, Romeo Uniform, Lima, Idaho, Romeo Foxtrot. Either one of them's pretty close. And we're just, like I said, tail end here, just trying to kill time and make up some more time.
Hours.
Hours, yes, not.
Not
Yeah.
3 hours.
Matt, you want to know who the best is? That's him, Iceman. That's the way he flies, ice cold, no mistakes.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Chris. Thank you for the redeem. I don't think anybody believes it, though.
I wish I knew where Gandalf was.
Where have you and Captain Carl landed, Grant?
I'm on a street crossing because I wanted to practice these narrow landings on streets for my Hems version.
For the hens, yes. Well, I didn't get my... Yeah, I guess I did. After it was all said and done, I guess I did get my Hems loaded. Of course, you're not in the Hems.
I am.
No, that was just practicing. It's in a street crossing with crosswalks for around, so it's a nice marking to get in here.
I'll just a bit of practice here.
Well, I got in and you disappeared.
Nothing personal then.
I guess. Now can I get out? Doubtful. Oh.
Yeah, what I see in St. Peter's Basilica is like an octagon.
Not surprising.
You can see the crossing. It's a nice object to practice on.
Yeah, I got down. I'm having trouble getting back out. I got it. The photogrammetry is just killing my frame rates.
Yeah, it's extremely hard in VR as well.
By the way, anybody looking for Castle Gandolfo? I'm right on top of it.
Okay, what's your name?
Pandosia 85.
Never mind.
Let's see what else we can get into. I see Buford has gone down into the crosswalk.
I see Forder learn to fly.
Yes, he's flying Rome today, it looked like. I think he's... Go ahead, Cece.
Is our friend flying a UH-60?
That was...
Fantasia.
Yes, that's in Discord. He's... I'm not sure. I'll have to bring it up. That's Comet.
By the UH-160 somewhere now.
Thank you, Chris. That looks like a castle or a fort.
What I remember from being in Rome, that's where it is, from what I remember. But it's been a while now. I haven't been.
Yeah, it's about a 15-minute flight, right? 15 minutes from Rome, from the Vatican.
Yeah, Iceman. This is the old Pete's Castle.
Ah, and what is that?
This was the refugee for the Pope in times of war.
Ah.
Is that Gandalf?
And he landed it. Good job. That did look like a pro, buddy.
Yeah, you had to say that.
Taking off was rough. Landing was good.
I'm glad I can say it, Iceman.
As I skip across the top trying to take off.
Yeah, I got you on that one, buddy.
Well, I appreciate you not letting me go on that, Cece.
No worries.
I am continually being told that my fuel is almost gone, at least in my main tank.
Yeah, I'd like to visit Rome, see the Vatican.
So what else is around Rome that we could get to in the next 2 hours?
Let's go get some pizza.
Oh, pasta.
I think
Yeah,
Milan's,
pasta maggiore.
I think Milan's just north of us a ways, isn't it? About 80 miles.
Yeah, it's more than 80, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, it should be a 10-minute flight.
Yeah, 10-minute flight.
In a Raptor, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say you're in the Dark Star, right? If you haven't tried that Dark Star, you know, it is an IFR aircraft, and I don't mean I follow roads and rivers. But it's got a great cockpit. I've heard several people comment that they didn't like it because you can't really see out of it. You can see left and right, but there's no landing it by visual.
I've heard that as well, but I haven't tried it yet.
I did our flight to Tucson with the Grand Canyon flight in the F-18. Whoa, that was fun.
Anyway, who's going to see the film? Who has seen the film yet?
I have not.
What film's that? The
I have not either.
Top Gun?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, not yet.
I haven't seen it.
Ebola exposure. Welcome into the ice bucket.
Ebola.
Ebola. Yeah, hey. Yeah, I'm just reading the tag now. Ebola exposure. So, welcome in. If it's your first time, I don't believe I've seen that tag. So, if it's your first time in the ice bucket, we fly the SunDay FunDay cruise. Welcome, Ebola.
And I think I might remember it as well, yeah? It's kind of thing you remember.
Yeah, I think I would have remembered that one.
Anyway, I'm off to see it on Wednesday, so I'll let you know how it is.
There you go. Oh, you're gonna see the movie? Cool.
Yeah.
Now, did somebody tell me that that's on Amazon Prime?
No, they're advertising it for a DVD and Blu-ray release, but
Who was that told me there was a movie coming on Amazon Prime? Gabby, good airport would be Lima, Idaho, Romeo, Foxtrot. And we're only about 7 miles from it. 10 miles downtown Rome. Say again?
Fiumicino, where you land to go to Rome, or get your cruise.
Yes, I do see you, Gabby. Do you not see me? Real Salty, welcome into the ice bucket. You new names that I hadn't noticed. It's like King Cobra also. Welcome in. First time viewers, appreciate you stopping in to support the stream.
Hi guys.
Hi, hi.
Hello.
Just trying me mic. I had problems with it earlier. I joined in earlier. But
all right. Yes, I did. I bumped it hard.
Wasn't me.
It happens when I go to dancing around for the chicken dance.
You heard that song? It wasn't me. Craig David. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I wasn't there.
Shaggy, that, wasn't it?
Shaggy.
Yes. So welcome in, Shamrock. Yes, your mic has returned.
Thank you.
Right, buddy.
I can see you, but I've just got the freeway or 135. I'm seeing the 145s as Cessnas, I think it is.
Yes.
Yes, you would.
So I'm assuming Ireland, Shamrock, whereabouts?
It's a county called Cavan. It's sort of in the middle, on the border between north and south.
Yeah, I know Cavan. I stayed there last year, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my wife's family are from, well, half from Cork, the other half from Mayo and Galway.
Ah, right, yeah, yeah. I'm sort of in the middle of the whole lot. Well, in the middle of the island.
What, the place where it always rains? Galway?
Yeah, we swapped Manchester for Galway for a week or two, you know, just to get away from the rain. Didn't plan that one out properly, did we?
Yes.
It always rains in Manchester, every single day.
Finds it out by how many it always rains in California as well.
And Florida.
Southern California, sorry.
Oh, but Trader is on the deck already.
Been raining here in China every day too.
Well, I'm open to suggestions. This is kind of a short flight I didn't intend. That happens sometimes with these Sunday FunDay flights. It's hard to gauge how long we'll spend flying around looking. Anybody got any suggestions?
I'm trying to find Trevi Fountain. It's pretty famous.
Oh, in Rome?
Yeah, in the city.
It must be owned by the military airport too, because it's Patria di Mar Mill.
Have we seen the Colosseum?
Yeah.
Yeah, I landed right inside it. And I do see a new name back there, Thomas Gere. Welcome in. Good to see you flying with us in the 130 or 145.
A lot of traffic down here.
There's my buddy Joe. Good afternoon to you, sir.
And good afternoon to you, Iceman.
How are you today?
I'm doing excellent. It's nice to be back to visit.
Well, as I said last night, it's awful good to hear your voice.
What happened last night?
Oh, I got the privilege of speaking with Airbus H160 on a telephone last night is what I'm referring to. And just a shameless plug, Joe, do you have a website or anything you can share, or is it up yet?
I'm in the process of creating a new website for a new business I've launched, so I'll announce it in the next few weeks.
Roger. Well, I didn't want to throw a spoiler out there.
We're making lots of headway in the area of flight simulation in the eVTOL world, so lots of exciting things going on. It's good to be back and share with you. I got the Windows computer up, so hopefully we'll be back to flying the 145 tonight.
Oh, there it goes again. I can feel it coming on.
Oh, yeah.
Cha-ching!
Looking forward to it.
You got a crash?
Only number 2 for the day. Only number 2 for the day.
Wow.
Well, I'll throw it up again. No need to stop while I'm on a roll, right?
Hey, somebody said they had the Bravo throttle quadrant. I don't know
Yeah,
if they're
what's
into
that?
it. Do you like it really good, or?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Okay, because I just ordered one. My nephew ordered it from Amazon Prime, and he's going to send it to me.
You're gonna do it with the honeycomb yoke as well, yeah?
Yep, the Alpha and the Bravo setup.
So you can sit there and you can have your keyboard line across the top of the 2 in front of you. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I have that slide drawer with the keyboard, and I'll probably have to take that out.
I think you'll like it. You can change the force on the controls.
Yeah.
So you'll love it, I'm sure.
Good. Because then I can do all my aircraft, my generals and, 2 engine, 1 engine, and then the 3 and 4 engine jets. 2 and 2.
Yeah, it comes with GA and commercial.
Right.
Controls, so you can swap between the 2.
Right.
You've got 6 axes, so it's up to you. 2 engines, 4 engines, whatever.
Right.
So it's really good, yeah.
Good. That's. Yeah, my nephew ordered it from Amazon Prime in the States, and he's gonna get it and he's gonna ship it UPS to me.
Brilliant.
Which will be when it gets here, it'll be DHL.
Of course, I keep forgetting you're in China, not in America, aren't you? Sorry.
Yeah.
He's a American Chinese. Chinese American, is that right?
Yep, that's it. They I could have ordered it through Door, which is a company here, but I didn't want to do that because you don't know what you're gonna get.
I use Amazon all the time.
Yeah.
Just for the peace of mind.
For the what?
The peace of mind. We have an Amazon
Yeah.
depot around the corner from us, so about 2 miles away.
Oh, okay.
So we see all the brown vans going out in the morning.
Grandma, when you told me there was a Amazon Prime movie coming out on Amazon Prime, somebody told me that, and I forget what the movie was.
Yeah, but it wasn't me.
Come on, Shaggy.
Well, it might have been that. Absolutely, Gabby. You bet. Have you come in to my stream maybe and I missed you? No? Oh, that hurt. 2 crashes. And
What,
silly me,
CTD?
and huh?
CTD.
Yeah. Hi, buddy.
Yeah, I shut my photogrammetry off.
Where on Discord are you, Gabby? Is he up in my Discord? No.
Yeah, is that Shamrock?
No, he's Gabby Weiss in the sim, I think. I can't hear you. What Discord are you on, Gabby?
Did he say he was in Ireland?
Shamrock is, yes.
No, I'm Irish. I'm in Ireland. Shamrock.
Yeah, that's what I
Your
said.
name in the sim, Gabby?
No, Shamrock.
Oh, right, okay. Sorry.
No,
Go ahead.
No, you're not on mine, Gabby. Let me get him a link here.
Just done it.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah, Shamrock. My grandparents were from Kerry, Cork, and Clare.
All right, south and west.
I guess my grandmother and grandfather lived 5 miles from each other and never met until they got into America.
Yeah, that happened quite a lot.
My other grandmother was from Clare, Kilnamona.
Yeah, I think I've relations down there. That area.
Oh boy, could be related to me.
Did you say Cornamona then, Matt?
Kilnamona.
Oh, right, sorry, I thought you said Cornamona.
No. It's a little village, I guess, Kilnamona.
There he is. There he is. I bet we can
There he
hear you
is.
now. Alex, just Alex. Appreciate
Can
the
you hear me?
follow. Yes, we can.
Oh my god, it's been such a long way. So I don't know how to join the Discord. I don't know how to join the Twitch. I'm helpless because I'm quite old. I'm 48 years old. I have no. I tell you, I had my first installment of Flight Simulator back in 1986.
I had mine first right about that same time, Gabby.
Oh, I have to bother you. It was 1982.
How old did you?
Mine was 88.
Yeah. It wasn't the first one. I had their third one, I think, if I'm correct.
Yeah, at least you are now here, and so warmly welcome to the ice bucket.
Oh yeah, finally. It's been so hard. It's been so hard to for me as I'm not very good in internet and applications, things like that. But yeah, thank you.
So I'm still noticing new names again. Rainy? Maybe that's Rainy. R-I before E. Yes, Rainy. Welcome into the Ice Bucket on Twitch. Appreciate you joining us.
Is Rainy a woman?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
I know a few women named Lorraine. They call them Rainy.
Well, this is R-E-I-N-E.
Yeah, you can't judge the gender by the name because Gabi Weissmann normally would be a girl named
right,
in Germany.
Right.
So let's see. We're currently at
I was just curious.
Lima Lurf. And that is at Fiumicino. So I'm spawning back in, unless y'all want to fly somewhere else. Anybody?
I'm in Fiumicino.
I'm spawning in again now.
The Roma Airport. So Shamrock,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
Shamrock, you related to anybody named Long?
No.
How about Rin? R-Y-N-N?
No.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys fly on this every Sunday, or is it?
Yep.
Yep, we fly the SunDay FunDay flight at 12 noon Eastern each week. And if you'd like to join our world tour flights, we fly those at 1300 Eastern on Wednesday and Thursday each week. You're welcome to fly with us anytime, Gabby.
That's USA Eastern.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have to compliment Ireland. I've been there 2 years in a row doing a tour with a houseboat on the Shannon. It was one of the best things I ever did in my life.
Yeah, the boats. We have a little boat, what do you call it? 17.5-foot bayliner. We do wakeboarding on the back of it. It's supposed to be extreme sports, but I'm 60 plus.
Yeah, we had quite a big boat and crossed a lot of seas with a dinghy on the back, and it was great time fishing. The green country was great.
So Alex, Bozetta put the right Discord in there for you. We're on Hype Performance Group's Discord, and if you just click the one that Bozetta put in there for you, that'll bring you to the Discord we're on now.
Okay, can you please tell me which airport are you in now?
We're at Lima, Idaho, Romeo Foxtrot in Rome.
You mean Lima Hotel, right?
No, sir.
Lima, India, Romeo, Foxtrot.
Lima, India, Romeo, Foxtrot. Okay.
And that's the East Asian, I think. What do you call it?
Southeast Asia server, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm still working on getting in. Back in.
You guys got to the destination, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, we're at the final airport. I figure we'll fly somewhere around here, though.
An after party, nice.
Yay.
I'm not going to be able to join you. I think I'm just going to spend sort of half an hour with the kids before it's bedtime for them. So I will see you on Wednesday.
All right, sir. Have a good day with your family.
Cheers,
Alex,
guys.
We're currently at Lima, India, Romeo Foxtrot. And I was just looking at the little nav map to see what I can see to go to.
Just stepping away for a minute.
All right. Yes, we'll take a little break here. I have arrived.
Okay, I'm stepping down. I'm gonna watch the game.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you. We'll see you on Wednesday.
See you on Wednesday.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
Talk to you later, Bozeta. Oh, later, Bozeta.
Later, Bozeta. There you go. Cha-ching.
I'm up to you guys. I'm going to watch the rest of the Indy 500. I'll see you guys on Wednesday.
All right.
Okay.
Appreciate you flying with us, Cece.
All right, buddy. Take care, guys. Good night.
Good night. Morning.
Whatever.
So let's see. I get sit down here with you guys and figure out if we want to go some more.
I'm gonna go to bed.
All right, Matt.
Okay, I'll talk to you all later. Be good.
I appreciate you flying with us, Matt.
No problem. Have a good day.
Well, now I see everybody's tags and no aircraft. Well, there's Cowbell Cody. Well, let's get a direct to and see what we can do. Let's see. Oh, Grosset's just up the way, and it's only a short hop from a couple good islands with some helipads we've gone to before that I'm sure I don't have loaded in.
Like Isla Elba.
Where's that?
Isla Elba near Rosero.
These are islands we flew one other SunDay flight. Let me look and see. I don't see the name of the island. There we go. Punta La Morada? La Marmora. I'm sorry. Punta La Marmora. Yes.
La Marmara.
There's a lot of helipads over there if you had the FlightSim.to add-on for it. I did not load any of my add-ons because I had problems earlier. Just trying to find an airport someplace we can go fly to. Where do you want to fly to?
I'm gonna fly wherever you want to fly, but just tell me please the airport ICAO.
The ICAO I don't actually have decided. Who was it? I'm looking. Who was it said they... Hamet. Didn't you say you lived here?
I'm from Calabria. I'm from the south. I never lived in Rome. I visited, but I never lived there.
Well, I have Grosseto, and it's, let's see how far. Measure distance from Grosseto to here is about 80 miles.
All right, let's go to Rosero.
All right, that's Lima, Idaho, Lima, India, Sierra. And I'll set a direct to is that right? A little nav map says Grosseto. Only it's not coming up. Did I read that right?
I'm back. What was the destination? Was it Lima, India, Sierra?
Yes, Grosseto, and I'm coming up with a totally different...
It's called Avio Superficiale Terra.
Well, that's what I'm getting, but my little nav map says it's Grosseto.
Yeah, it seems like just straight along the coast.
Yes, sir. So let's do that. Everybody ready?
By the way, Iceman, I have to request a small team meeting after the flight because life happened.
All right, absolutely. Let's go to Grosseto. Oh, yes. Not going to happen. No, I'm done.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Guys, I have CTD'd again.
Oh, no.
Oh, did the Fixed Wings Alliance leave already?
Pretty much, yes.
Oh, damn, I missed to say goodbye.
So let me set up a raid real quick. Everybody on Twitch, I'm sorry. I've had some issues today, reinstalled, and apparently I'm still having issues. So I'm going to go ahead and raid. And today we're going to raid Johnny Kaput. He's playing Star Citizen, which I've never encountered. We'll raid him in 10.
Yeah, it's the Modern Wing Commander.
Star Citizen, yeah. Steve plays Star Citizen. So
Yeah, the biggest game on this planet.
Johnny Kaput is a subscriber to the Ice Bucket, so please follow Johnny Kaput, and we'll raid him.